Welcome to day 16. Now, granted, I have not filmed every day because we were having some issues, but at least I wanted to introduce you to today's video, which I found pretty entertaining. I woke up this morning and wanted to declutter for the new year. I ended up seeing a TikTok video, and it was a girl who is a journaler. She likes journaling and planning and collecting stationery, and she went to Goodwill and found stashes and piles of all kinds of stationery, and I decided that I wanted to donate all my stationery. I am not a huge unhauler of stationery. I don't really typically unhaul my stuff. I'm just attached to it. I hoard everything, and you'll very rarely see like an unhaul or like a destash from me on my Instagram stories. It's just not something that I relate to per se, so I just like to keep everything. I like to use my stuff, but there are some items that I just don't use anymore. That clip of that washi, that style, I don't really use that style of washi anymore. A lot of my cash envelopes you'll see here in this clip, I decided to keep in case I ever decide to do cash stuffings again, because those envelopes are really nice. I spent a chunk of money buying those from Etsy shops, so I decided not to part ways with those. But this little caddy I wanted to clean out also because it was just piled up junk. It had nothing useful in there, so I got rid of that. And then now I'm going to my big IKEA drawers, kind of going through. Why do we keep boxes of stuff? I don't know. Like these letter sets, I don't stamp with that letter set anymore. And yeah, so I'm just going through a bunch of stuff that I just sits in a drawer, and somebody else might get better use out of it than me. I have other stuff that I use on the forefront, and I've been collecting stationery now, honestly, heavily for about 5 years or so that I'm currently using. So this is stuff like going back like 5 years. Like this is a lot of cloth and paper stuff. I mean, I've used a big majority of it over the years. Thank goodness I have used it, and then I stopped buying a lot of the like planner stuff when I was in my rings. A lot of that stuff can accumulate, so I just don't use it anymore. But this is my like most used drawer here, so I just wanted to organize it a little bit. There's nothing really I got rid of here, but I did want to organize it. I really don't know what to do with this. These are like cards, like planner cards that we put all over our planner. I don't really want to get rid of that, so I kind of just kept it for memories. This drawer is like also a heavily used drawer. It has all my die cuts and like lots and lots of ephemera. So I kind of just like have all these containers, and I again had to figure something out. And then that pen graveyard there, I decided to, you know what, let's go through that. So I decided to just kind of get rid of a bunch of pens that I know I don't use. A lot of them are thicker gel pens or like colored gel pens. I don't really use those anymore much. I don't really use pencils much. So a lot of the Stabilo pencils or pens are going to be gone. I don't really use those. So yeah, it's just me kind of going through the graveyard of pens that I've accumulated. I used to be subscribed to that pen subscription from Cloth and Paper, so they used to send us a lot of pens. Yeah, and they're still really good pens. I mean, someone will get really good use out of it, but I'm keeping a few of my Sarasa pens. And then I'm going through my pouches here, another item that I've collected a bunch of, and I have so many, and I just don't need to have so many. I don't need to hoard those little tiny ones. I'll never use those for anything. Like, yeah, like the Cloth and Paper, like those are just old pencil pouches that I don't typically reach for. And then here I am destashing some budget binders. Again, those are not items that I'm probably going to use. I don't need to have 8 of them. I kept a few. And then also another item that I'm destashing are my mouth liners. I don't really use mouth liners. I use the Crayola markers and my Tombos. So, gotta get rid of those. I might buy new colors, but the colors that I had were like the primary. Don't really love them, so getting rid of those. This is my ink drawer. Not destashing anything from my ink drawer. Here's kind of an overview of where I'm at mid-morning here, kind of progress that I've made. I cleared out my acrylic shelves, moved that stuff elsewhere. You can't really tell that I've gotten rid of stuff, but I promise you I have. And this is where I got rid of a lot of stickers. So this is a huge sticker destash. That's just, I'm not going to use those. This is just me showing you guys my junk journal. I haven't been junk journaling with all the stuff that I've accumulated, so I'm kind of just sticking it in there. And that is clearly not working. I need to go back in there and actually tape the stuff down to the pages. So it's just being held on for dear life with a rubber band right now. But I would like to keep up with it. Actually, let's open day 12 of my advent calendar. We only have one more day left. So this one and then one more. So might as well open it now. Some kits here. I don't really use kits much. This is like maybe, I don't know. I don't know that I would use these, to be honest. Let's see, self-love. I mean, these are cute. They are very cute. It's not like your typical kit, I could tell. Like, it's kind of like a little different. So it'll just be definitely color coordinated, but it won't be like, you know, the typical kits that you see. So I do like that. And I do like these that are kind of different handwriting. So I'll check back in with you guys and see how we do on that. I'm going to add it. So I added it. I took my inks out of here, put those in a drawer. And this is where I've been storing all my advent calendar stuff. And then I just put some sticker books and just like some sticky notes that are cute that I just put up here. And my latest haul. So yeah, I kind of put like a random stash in here so I can have it front and center. It seems very thick, but we will open this one tomorrow. Okay, so I moved everything that was over here on this corner and just put it in a drawer. Really, it was my stamps. I moved the lamp out of my way. That lamp gets in my way all the time, but I do realize that it's necessary for extra lighting, especially at night during daylight savings. So I just moved that to the corner. It still works. I might replace it at some point, but for now it's fine. Nothing really changed much with my washi tapes, as these are pretty new. So that's all pretty much the same. And there's still room for growth, so I don't have that much stamps, to be honest. And then this whole row is like, this whole drawer is empty. My sample inks, let me pull it out, is now full. So I will have to go through these before buying any new inks. I don't need to buy any new inks for the next year. I haven't really been buying inks anyway. But ink samples, different story. So, but now that this is full, I will have to use some of them up before I buy new ones. So that's new going into 2025. Love that. And these are all new because my friend just sent me these to test out. So I'm excited for those. And then newest change too is this is completely clear. So if I don't know what I'm going to put up there, but hopefully it'll be more planner stationery stuff that I get versus what I had up here. The shrines that I had here, I moved them to a different bookshelf. So that's clear now, and I can kind of like gauge inspiration from something else. And my style will probably change for 2025 anyway, so I want to leave some space for that. The wall is still the same, so I haven't changed any of these out. I still am okay with the way it looks, to be honest. I love all these postcards. I do switch them out every now and then, but yeah, if I decide to move it, I don't know, maybe at some point. Nothing really changed here. This is all pretty functional. This is like my daily stuff use, so didn't really change anything of that other than like I put my like stickers here. There's a bunch of stickers in here, so like die cuts, and I need to have them front and center because otherwise I forget when they're in a drawer, so I like that. And then I just showed you guys this little Toyo box that has all my new goodies that I'm receiving, so I want to use those. This just has more of the tiny stamps, this other little Toyo box, and then my most used pens here. And then this is kind of bare because my pens are like all over the place. They're probably in my bag and my pen pouch, so there's not many pens in here at the moment, but I am going to donate a couple. So these are just like fountain pens that I bought from AliExpress a long time ago before I really bought like expensive fountain pens. So I think someone would probably really like getting those. Yeah, so I'm gonna donate those after I wash them. That's gonna stay here. This is where I do my fountain pen stuff. So there's a big chunk of my pens here. But yeah, that's gonna stay the same because that's been pretty functional and it doesn't look pretty, but honestly it keeps the mess in one confined area for my pens. And this is a dog mat that I found at like Ross. And then my work area is, nothing's changed with my work area. That's the same. This is not really fun. This is not really pretty because this is just where I want to throw stuff in sometimes. Like this is my filming tripod that I use like over the desk sometimes, and I hate when it's on my desk, so sometimes I just want to throw it in there. I use that ruler like every day. I have scissors in here, like my work planners in here, my calculator, what are these called, the coasters. I had them all over my desk, but I was like, you know what, let me just put them in a drawer. I use these to wrap my PET tapes so they don't unroll, and then I have like random sticky notes in there. Don't really need to be in there. This is like my sticker album drawer that's ever growing. So this is primarily like where the stickers I use now are housed. All of the stickers that I really use this year have been in all of these. So except for like one or two that I just don't have the heart to get rid of. So there's like older ones in here. And then I have like a brand new one that I found that's got like these size sticker sheets that I might use depending if I buy sticker sheets this year. It's got PT tape like samples. And then this is my inks. Nothing really changed with this one. The inks are just all going to be housed here. I added another little tray so I can put them in here. And then the ones that didn't fit are over here. But again, I don't really do stash stuff. So I am fine with this, and it's not going to go anywhere really, I don't think. This one is where my stamps are now. So my clear stamps and my little stamp pad. And this is all my electronics. It was just hanging around my desk all the time, but it has all my wires, all my filming stuff, my iPad chargers, all the Apple chargers in there. And this one is just like housing some like larger storage items. Like if I need to go somewhere and take my planners, I'm going to use these. I just got this one from AliExpress, I think, but I don't want my Hobonichi to ever, like any of my planners, I don't want them to ever get wet again like they did in my last trip. And they basically got ruined. My Stalogy got ruined. So would hate for that to happen. So I'm going to stick them in one of these because they're waterproof, like plastic, when I travel. And then another huge change was my planner cart. I use this thing literally daily because I reach for all my pens that are here. So I destashed my mile liners. I just don't reach for my mile liners anymore. I really use Tombows to highlight, and then these random ones that I bought. And then I really like the super tips to draw stuff in my cousin now, and any kind of paper. So I'm going to test these out. If they work fine in the Stalogy and like my other paper, I'm going to just buy the 50 or the 100 pack of super tips. Now that I know that I like them. I left all my other gel pens in here, and like, sentimental pens are one or two in here. Like my chubby pens are in here, and then my color pencils are in here, and then the Furanosuke pens are in here, and then a couple more highlighters are in here. So I might buy a new pack of like mile liners. I just hated the colors that I had. They were like the basic ones, and they're not colors I would really use anymore. So I honestly used them for when I was doing budgeting, and I just don't really do much budget anymore. But I have like these. So these are more like my colors, to be honest. And then I have all my Sharpies that I put in the little cup because I just thought it looked cute, and I'd rather use it here. And then down here, what did I destash here? Oh, I just destashed some of my washi. I got rid of a few washi, but these are like seasonal ones that I like reach for. So I don't want to put them in my main drawers because these are seasonal. And then I cleared out a lot of my sacks, like traveling pen pouches. And then I just kept a few here, so I've got space. To add more stuff. So that's my new cart. And then I have room to grow. So, and then I added this little cart for when I get more stuff, which, let's be real, probably will. I haven't figured out this yet. This is like cleaning stuff that I don't really want to put in a drawer, but I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Nothing exciting. This is just like overflow that I don't necessarily use every day, but all my sticky notes and tabbies and additional ink. This is like Mod Podge of stuff, just like extra pockets, lighters, paint, cord things. This was just extra like ephemera paper, like all that sterling ink that we collected from a few years ago, well, at least me. Paints, and then this just like random, for other random little things, just kind of goes in there. All my extra fountain pen stuff, fountain pen ink stuff, all the needles and stuff are in this pouch because it kind of looks weird just having it out. And these are just extra like glues, and the thing for my paper cutter. What else? Oh, this is where I house all my, you know, all the boxes for fountain pens in case I ever want to sell those, to be honest, or move and I want to move with them. This is just like other sticky notes that are taller, and like these pouches from Daiso, and then my sticky notes from Disney. This is just, there's no rhyme or reason, it's just old stuff. And then my paper cutter. This, I got rid of the paper punchers that I don't use anymore, so if I ever go back to rings, I'll probably only ever use these two. Large ones I don't see myself using, and some of the stuff is my daughter's stuff that she added in here. And this one I won't even go through, it's just like old storage stuff. So yeah, that's basically what I did. This is not really planner stuff, but I did decide to actually leave my shelf that used to be where a lot of my books were. I just made it into an actual shelf. So I put a frame. I actually put my little ink from Tasha box because I thought that box was cute. Like I put the ink that I had in there. It's got my name on it. That was a Traveler's Factory like thing. And then I put my little Beyonce shrine here. My Kindle cases are here. And then back there, I'm probably, like if I collect any more figurines, they're gonna go in there because I thought that was super cute. And then my little pink shelf that's got my Barbie car and some games. So yeah, probably needs a little more work, but I like how it's looking so far. Like I have not talked in days to a camera because I'm not even in the mood to film TikToks anymore, considering it's going to be banned in like 4 weeks. So honestly, what's the point of like trying to grow your TikTok? And then my YouTube video, oh my gosh, I don't understand filming and editing. I don't get how everyone does it, and daily is nearly impossible. Although I have a lot of content, I don't know what happened to that last video. It was like 42 minutes, and I thought, okay, I'll just make it a longer video so it's not short. You'll have more content, like Christmas stuff thrown in there with the journaling stuff. And then I tried it like 2 different days, 5 different uploads, 3 different devices, and it just did not want to work. It was just uploading all overnight, and it just didn't want to upload. And I literally tried. I'm like, I'm not going to let this footage go to waste. And it just did me wrong. It did me dirty. So I ended up splitting it and taking away just like half of it. So you'll only see the journaling portion in that last video from yesterday that I posted. So none of the Christmas stuff is in there, unfortunately. I just decided to just let it go. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it just didn't want a longer video from me. Like what was the problem? So anyway, I went shopping with my sister today for Christmas shopping. Had a great time. We got tired. Malls are packed. So we got some gifts. We got some stuff for ourselves. And then we went to dinner at that hot pot place that I showed footage of, and that was really, really good. I want to go again, but it's basically like a bar where you put in the bowl, like all the stuff that you want, and then you choose your broth, and then they take it to the back, make it for you, cook it for you in the broth that you choose, and they bring it to your table. It was so good. It was so good. So yeah, now I've edited and uploaded the shorter video, the journal with me. And I'm probably going to start editing just 20 something minutes for today. I cleaned my office today. So not cleaned it. I started just decluttering. And then you saw the rest of it. There was a whole lot going on. I did a voiceover for that. So you'll hear all that in that video. And now I'm like 100 pages away from finishing When the Moon Hatched. I'm really into it. I'm getting to the good part finally when they're not really enemies. They're like star-crossed lovers, I guess is what they're calling them. It's a slow burn book, but this chapter here, I think it's like chapter 74 where it's from his point of view, from Khan's point of view, is chef's kiss. It's so good. I'm like devouring it. So I don't know that I'll finish it tonight. I still have 100 pages, so that's like 2 hours-ish of reading. So, and I'm already falling asleep. Like I'm already super tired. I woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning. I couldn't go back to sleep. So that's our night. I'm probably going to go test some pens in one of my planners because I want to order the Super Tips or the Oahu markers because I want to get at least one of those coloring books. I want to do coloring for next year too. So yeah, and I got a ribbon maker from Michael's earlier, so I think I'm going to try building a ribbon, and then you'll see me wrapping some gifts hopefully this week and the last week of work, or the last work week. There's a bunch of holiday stuff still happening, so hopefully I'll just show little tiny clips of everything, and more journaling and planner stuff. And we have one more day of the advent calendar, and I don't think I have any more mail coming in planner-wise. I think I have one more, but who knows where the heck that package is at. Okay, so that's all the check-in I have for you guys.